Warning, the voices heard in this video are made synthetically using artificial intelligence. Nothing in this video reflects anything actually stated by the real-life individuals involved. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and serious political content will be avoided for that purpose. Enjoy!
We are so. Barack boys, welcome back to Big Biden blowing the backs of bodacious bards. Oh, also, he plays some Dragon Age Origins too, I guess.
Joe, stop flirting with the bard, you bitch. Give me the damn mouse.
Welcome back, viewers. We are indeed Barack, and yes, we are doing this twice in a row, since neither of the man-children can help themselves.
You can't stop me from rizzing her up, Donald. It's my game time today, and I have been sniff-deprived for 2 episodes.
This is going to be a long one. Viewers, strap in.
So, viewers, Liliana's companion quest, like many others, is hidden behind high approval, but also you have to go through 2 specific dialogue points. The first is this one here, where we ask her what a lovely angel like her was doing in the chantry. And the other, we will get later on asking about minstrels in Orlais.
My beautiful Morrigan's companion quest is far easier to start than the bards, as we will see later.
I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel.
Liliana being secretive here comes up later, but given she may have the most dialogue out of any companion in this game, it may be a while before it comes up, but still keep the context in mind, viewers.
Yeah, and unlike Donald, I like to take my time with the ladies. Donald is legit speed-running Morrigan's romance. Though, compared to Liliana, Morrigan is pretty easy to jump in the bed.
That's because you can't even get it up anymore, whereas I am a man in his prime virility.
Prime obesity. Donald, I know words can be hard, but don't mix it up.
Stray shots coming across the Oval Office today.
Do you guys believe Liliana's vision was real, or do you think it was just a coincidence she had it?
There's not much to go on with the vision. This here is really the only conversation we can have about it in a world with the fate and spirits. It's very possible a more benevolent spirit visited her to encourage her to help us and therefore help Thetis. This might also explain why she comes back as a spirit of faith in Inquisition if she dies in Origins. Perhaps Liliana is spirit sensitive to a degree.
Why would anyone kill her?
Hey, I'm trying to see what a dragon blood smoothie tastes like if her and Wynn get in my way. That's on them.
I'm recording that, Donald, I will be sure to let everyone in the political ads know you killed a beautiful, red-headed bard in a fictional fantasy RPG. That will show you.
Whatever, I'm gonna browse memes on my phone or some shit while you goon out to your midwife who wake me up when the action starts.
You're the last person to be talking about gooning out, Donald, when you started reciting fucking hymns in Swedish for 20 minutes.
Look, I'm sure all the viewers have done the same to Morrigan, but no one has ever even glanced at this yapping redhead and her boring-ass stories.
I know it's my thing to stay impartial, but Donald, last episode, you literally broke. So, you don't get to clown Joe here. Also, some of her stories are pretty interesting, even if they are long-winded, since it's one of the few times we can learn about the cultural legends in Thedas, such as Ser Aveline, which is relevant in Dragon Age 2 when we have a companion named after her. Plus, she's not a terrible storyteller. I can appreciate her and what she offers as a companion.
6 out of 10, too much yap. Anyways, Barack, is there any lore on this Alindra story she is telling about?
No, this is one of the stories, which is just a Thedas myth, rather. Then a concrete story. So there's no precise lore or codex entries about Alindra. I will say stories like this are a testament to how much detail BioWare put into the world of Dragon Age, and it's something to always admire and take note of when you're creating your own fantasy worlds in D&D or for fiction writing.
I could listen to her all day, even if some of these stories are a bit dry. Her accent and storytelling skills help a lot, plus those big, beautiful blue eyes get me lost for hours, not going to lie.
You get lost going up and down stairs, so that's not saying much, Sleepy.
Bite me, Donald, if we can. Sit here and listen to Morrigan's thesis on Flemeth's origins. We can hear a few tales from a trained bard.
Joe, there is so much difference between Flemeth's origin importance and Liliana telling us about romance. Bedtime stories in Thetis. Flemeth is one of the most influential characters in the series, whereas this story here has no importance other than that Liliana is a romantic. She probably reads smut books in her pastime too.
You know, I can see it probably would have one of those bohemian tapestries and Christmas lights hanging in her dorm room if she was a real-life college girl.
Screw you both anyways, Liliana. I'm a very deep romantic too. You should watch me paint in the moonlight sometime with a bottle of wine.
It will be lean and adrenochrome, don't be fooled, Bard.
Well, I'll give you credit, Joe. You rizzed up Liliana pretty hard this episode. I think you've actually edged ahead of Donald with Morrigan's approval now.
Oh, I'm edging, all right.
I'm not going to say it.
Just you wait. Once it's my episode, we will know who's on top.
We will see who's on top of who soon you are. Right about that, Donald. Anyways, check out my master planning here, boys. We have been talking about the Ferelden-Orlais War for several episodes, and here Liliana has mentioned it again as to why she was born in Orlais, but considers herself a Fereldener at heart.
That's true. Good timing there, Joe. Honestly, Liliana paints herself as a Ferelden, but truthfully, she is Orlesian in every way except genetically. I hate to quote Logain after all the flack I got last episode, but Logain even points out how similar Liliana is to Orlesian. So I always found it weird she considers herself Ferelden when she was raised her whole life in Orlais and didn't live here until her 20s.
Hey, Barry.
Yes, Joe.
Use my girl and that snake in the same sentence again, and I will make sure your life ends on a bloody footnote.
Holy shit, Joe. Since when do you have a spine?
I can get serious if I want to.
I'm sorry, I guess, old buddy.
No problem, Barry. Just don't let it happen again. Anyways, viewers, just like the mirror with Morrigan, we can give Liliana the flower gift Andraste's grace when we find it later on in our playthrough, so we will keep an eye out for that.
Jesus, that shit was more stressful than my first term.
Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm
Well, let's see what Shale's got going on, since I'm actually following Barry's rule about 2 companions per camp interaction.
Okay, fine. That was my bad, I admit it. But in my defense, after Barry told me Morrigan had a sister, I literally don't remember anything else. I just woke up and we started doing side quests.
You get a pass. We did talk to Morrigan for a while. That last episode, just stay on target next time.
Thanks, Barack, and thank you, Sleepy, for talking to a actually interesting companion. Shale is one of the few companions who feels like you have to earn their affection, just like Morrigan, and aren't friendly off the bat.
It's under his stick together, it looks like, but I will admit, Shale is a real treat to talk to. Though unlike Morrigan, I don't think Shale has the same emotional payoff to warming her up.
Good points, gentlemen, and Shale probably has the most realistic view on our quest here. If you don't consider our little guy the main character, our mission does seem impossible on the surface.
Good thing we are just built different.
Still can't blame her for her outlook. You're right, Barry.
True, her outlook is very unique among our companions only. Her and Stin are completely pessimistic about life and our chances of success at the start.
Oh yeah, don't they have some kind of romance subplot in this game?
I would pay to see how that looks.
Kind of Donald Shale has sort of a one-sided crush on Sten. In dialogue, a leftover emotion from her time before being a golem, I imagine Sten on the other side has a immense care and respect for Shale as a fellow warrior, something that he shows by calling her Kadan, similar to how he calls our warden. Kadan, if we become friends.
That's pretty dope, but I wish I could see them bang.
Same.
Y'all always have to bring it back to banging anyway. So, it's important to note here about Shale's master that it may not have been Wilhelm's or Shale's fault that Shale killed her. If you look at Wilhelm's journal in the basement from last episode, you see that Wilhelm suspected the demon kitty that Wilhelm summoned may have been influencing Shale, while we learn later Shale possibly had a PTSD flashback from Wilhelm's experiments. That explanation never felt like it had much weight to it. I think it's just as likely Kitty influenced Shale to kill Wilhelm in hopes that Wilhelm's death would free her from his lab.
I like that explanation a bit more since it's more poetic that his 2 experiments played a part in killing him. Gives him more of that karma we mentioned earlier.
Bro could not catch a break. Not that he deserves it with his cruel experiments and harsh treatment of Shale.
Joe being critical of a mage, I must be dreaming.
Well, you're going to be dreaming plenty more this episode because we are really going to see the other side of the Mage coin this episode. Also, does Shale really have a kill me button? Donald, I'll pay you $5 to test that.
I wouldn't wipe my ass with $5 sleepy, knowing your brain, I'm sure you will press it by accident.
It's possible Shale has a PTSD button, according to the maker of golems at least, but I still hold that the demon influenced Shale to kill Wilhelm because, like Donald said, it's poetic and also feels like the most likely outcome. But viewers, let us know what you think. Anyways, let's leave some of Shale's intrigue for future episodes. We have a lot more to say about her.
True enough, Barack, just a quick cut incoming
Leave
viewers.
me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
All right, we are at the Mage Tower after a quick cut. Viewers, we brought Sten along too for a vital interaction we will see in a minute. But first, we might as well take care of the Blackstone business here. We got another deserter to deal with.
We are putting in a good grind of the side quests so far, boys. At the rate we are going, by the time we reach the halfway point in the game, we won't have many side quests left to finish.
Well, we did devote the last 2 episodes to side quests, so it makes sense. Plus, I'm sure Big B Barry will backseat me during the tower segment.
Only when I need to, Joe. There's also the boat worker off to the side. There that we can talk to, and he has unique dialogue if we were a circle mage. But as he just mentions, the Templars took his boat and have locked down the tower.
So I'm guessing mages can't swim, since the tower's in the middle of the lake. But couldn't we just swim to reach the tower and ignore the boat guy?
Well, no one in Dragon Age can swim, Donald. That has been well established in Inquisition. But even if we could, how are we going to swim across the lake while carrying our armor and all our gear?
I could do it. I am built different.
I believe it. After all, Snorlaxes can learn surf.
Well, you're welcome to try floating, Donald, but me and Joe will be taking the boat and staying dry.
You both are haters, but anyway, what the hell is this guy's problem? It's like trying to have a lengthy conversation with Joe.
So this is Carol, and he is actually lyrium-addled. So a lot of his mind is just straight gone. The Templars use lyrium to fight the mages. However, prolonged exposure can leave your mind too addled to function. Carol's right on the border of this. So Gregor stuck him on boat duty since his mind is too far gone to help with the crisis in the tower.
Well, the side effects are worth it to get access to Holy Smite and fight the mages on equal terms.
Well, lyrium addled or no, not to worry. Sten has us under control.
Here, munch on these if you like.
Oh, cookies!
I am content to part with them if it saves us from this fool.
Incredibly base to Sten to take cookies from a kid. Also, straight up, the coolest part of this B-tier quest is the camera pan to the tower. It's a gorgeous shot.
That's fair. Donald. BioWare doesn't miss with the backdrop shots. Important to note that several companions can handle Carol besides Sten. Liliana, Morrigan, and Shale will resolve Carol for the player if they are present instead. Carol also becomes a Red Templar in Inquisition, and somehow attains the rank of Knight Captain in the Red Templar Order, and becomes a boss the Inquisitor fights in the Emerald Graves.
Finally, we have a real man taking charge of things.
Is that clear? Yes, sir.
Damn, where the Fireboys calm down the President Squad is here. We have a 100% crisis success rate.
Who are you?
I don't know about those numbers, Joe, but Gregor will lay it out for us now. He's voiced by Brian George, probably one of my favorite voice actors in this game, outside of Simon Templeman and Tim Curry. Brian George voices Larius in the Legacy DLC, as well as General Oleg in the Omega DLC, so he offers a very wide range of voice talent in this series.
Gregor, spoiler warning viewers, was a bit of a player in his day. and most likely was banging wind back in their younger days.
Not confirmed, Joe, but very likely yes.
This is why we cut the tongues from mages in Parvolan.
I will admit.
Damn, Stin, I never realized how much I sided with the Qunari. Maybe the Horn guys aren't so bad.
Steen probably has the most revelations about the Qunari people here during this main quest, as opposed to every other main area. It provides a lot of interesting setup to Dragon Age 2, from his opinion on mages to the Fade interactions I always bring him on my personal playthroughs, but that's not my call.
Stay in your lane, Barry. I have my party setup already made in my head. Time to save the circle.
So even when the mages are burning their own tower down because of their own choices, you two Democrats still want to save them?
Not every mage wanted or did anything to ask for this. Donald, you are clumping one radical group of the circle with every single mage, just like every other pro-Templar supporter.
They are all dangerous, and once they give us a reason, we should act with lethal force.
Yeah, okay, Donald, stay in your lane too. Also, can I just say that the Dragon Age games have a weird issue as far as abominations go. Templars make abominations seem like this big world-ending threat, but when we fight them, they are much weaker than regular mages since they can't cast spells and just claw at us.
Well, Redcliffe does a better job at showing how strong abominations can be. But I agree, normal abominations are pushovers. I don't know how the Templars got so clapped up here.
Total skill issue, but don't worry, boys, I'm about to no-diff all these demons.
Oh boy, this should be good. Anyways, just like I said last episode, it's time for a cleansing in this circle, and we're here to deliver it. We won't leave one wizard beard unbloodied.
Yeah, Donald, I am not doing that. Me and Barry are going to try to save all that can be saved, but first a quick cut to buy some supplies from the quartermaster.
Damn it, these soft-hearted Democrats are why mages go around lighting everything on fire.
Stands before me and tells me it is so.
So viewers, just a heads up out of character, our editor made a post about this, but 11 Labs made a poor business decision and disabled several AI voices, including my own and Donald's, so both our voices may sound different going forward, but we hope you still enjoy the Dragon Age content. Now back to the gameplay.
Anyways, good shit. Exploring the side rooms, Joe theirs. A lot of side quests we can take care of while we climb the tower, and we can show the viewers a guide of what to do.
That's the plan, Barry. Even if my memory slips sometimes, I can still remember a few things. Damn good shit when she one-shot that demon.
How the hell did this fossil even survive Ostagar?
Well, logically she's a healer, so she probably wasn't in the front lines and was supporting from the rear. So when shit hit the fan, she was able to react and retreat easily.
Well, looks like the fossil wants to fight, so let's square up Grandma.
Donald, she's our party healer. We aren't fighting her, plus she's a baddie.
Maybe 30 years ago she was a baddie, but not anymore, Joe. She's barely hanging on. Why not mercy kill her and bless the world by thinning the mage youth behind her, too?
Donald, we know you got no diffed by mages last episode, but you are going to have to soothe your bloodlust here. These guys are just survivors, barely hanging in there. And we aren't about to do some unnecessary war crimes on these kids.
I thought you'd be down for some war crimes, Barack. Maybe if I throw in a drone strike, we would be singing the same tune.
She just mentioned Eel Dread, who is the bald-headed fuck we met at the war table meeting in Ostagar. Looks like Logan's pocket mage is trying to tear the circle from the inside out.
Looks like Obama has some competition for the boyfriend title.
You got a lot of jokes for being in third place right now in deaths, Donald.
Oh, he's getting fresh now.
Well, looks like we got our party healer boys.
Very true, Joe. Wynn is a very useful party member and about as useful of a support as she can be. Granted, she might be the least interesting of the companions when it comes to character story, but she still has enough lore going for her between this game and the novel Asunder R.
I am not reading a whole-ass novel to recontextualize a companion. She's mid, and she shall stay that way.
The novels are pretty good if you give them a chance, Donald. The world building in this series is insane, and the books really complement that. They give new character growth to Wynn, Alistair, and even that snake Logan.
Cool, but I ain't reading all that.
Donald, you are incredulous.
It's no use, Barry. We established in episode 1 Donald can't read if it's not a McDonald's menu.
Then our path is laid out before us.
Now hold on, Joe. My beloved Morrigan has a point here. We should slaughter them all, including the younglings. They wouldn't even know what hit them.
Donald, do I look like my name is Hayden Christensen and I have a aversion to sand? I ain't doing all that.
The time has come. Execute Order 66, Editor. Play March on the Jedi Temple.
We aren't doing that, Donald. It's copyrighted to all hell.
Cowards all around me. Also, hey, watch how you are talking to my girl, you old fuck.
I will speak to her how I want this as my house.
Get fucked, Donald Biden 2024.
I don't need it from both sides, Barack.
Respect for themselves and their own power. Why should I respect them?
Anyways, this is sort of the downside of Morrigan here. If you choose the dialogue option that agrees with her, we will have to fight, win, and loose out on a companion in this playthrough. There's not even a benefit to doing so. And even though Morrigan loses approval if you side against her, she doesn't gain approval if we kill Win.
Wait, she doesn't? Damn, okay, that's kind of messed up. I want her love in exchange for my bloodshed.
Yeah, Morrigan's weird in the aspect. She disapproves of a lot of good decisions, but doesn't necessarily give approval for evil decisions. It's why she has the most gifts available to her.
Score 1 for Liliana.
This isn't over.
Before we set off with Win, we should talk with Petra, one of Win's apprentices, which gives us a prelude to Win's companion quest. And what happened to Win prior to our arrival?
All right, the old grandma got no diffed by a single demon. Why are we bringing her along again?
I mean, yeah, it looks bad. To be fair, though, Win was focused in saving Petra and got in between her to protect her. So she was more concerned with protecting someone she cared about than actually fighting the demon. When you're panicked like that, you're not going to have your battle IQ running the same way.
Sounds like pure cope to me.
Yeah, and you have pure copium from last episode, Donald. Anyways, viewers, Win was technically dead for a few minutes after saving Petra, but it appears she just got better.
I hate when that happens.
Well, we have spent enough time on the in-game corpse and the corpse sitting next to me, so let's move on, shall we?
Fair enough, and credit where credit is due. Win has kept that barrier up for days without much rest. That is pretty impressive.
Yeah, especially when you consider most Mass Effect biotics can only keep a barrier up for a few minutes.
Careful, Joe. We are not going to power scale the Dragon Age squad mates with Mass Effect squad mates. Though you're right, biotics need to step up their barrier game.
And mages need to step up their mental health game.
To be fair, I think everyone with magic or space magic in Mass Effect's case has a mental defect.
Finally, after over 20 minutes of yapping, we have some combat in front of us. This may have been our most dialogue-heavy episode since episode 1.
It's a role-playing game, Donald. We are bound to have episodes like this.
Well, while we have some free time while we climb the tower, I figure it's as good a time as any to let you guys in on something behind the scenes. So we want to showcase a good amount of the companions in this game, as we think every companion in Origins is top tier. We ourselves as players have different preferences to our party build-up. So every episode or so, if possible, we will be switching up the companions. We use at least a little. I think if I tried to remove Liliana or Morrigan from our party makeup both, these two would riot worse than January 6th, but we will try to showcase every companion at least a little in this series.
Yeah, I for one have a perfect build makeup by adding Shale whenever it's my episode, and I know Joe here likes to have as many fucking mages as possible, so I imagine he's going to have Morrigan and Win whenever it's his episode.
You're damn right. I will Donald mages are overpowered, and since y'all wanted to play on Nightmare, I'm having a support mage and a DPS mage on our squad, since that's the most free eats build.
I, on the other hand, can make do with most party builds, not trying to stroke my ego much here, but I will probably just pick the party makeup that offers the best lore or approval points in my episodes.
Damn, Brobama, I thought I was the overconfident one.
I just know my worth, Donald.
Well, that takes care of the demons. Barry, wasn't there like a puzzle in this library, if I remember right?
You're right, it's the Summoning Sciences quest. The reward is an additional quest that gives some of the best mage boots in the game, as well as an additional lore codex entry that foreshadows some interesting future events. However, I don't know the steps by heart, and we have shit to do, so we may or may not come back to this later. The quest with the mage boots appears in Redcliffe, so we won't have access to that Shanter's board till several episodes later. Viewers, let us know if you'd like us to do summoning sciences on screen or not.
And here we have a perfectly safe and productive mage. I would love to shake the hand at the creator of this heavy-handed method to cowling these mages.
Jesus, Donald, it's a literal lobotomized human.
Well, if he didn't underperform or show signs of being dangerous, this wouldn't happen. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Holy shit, Donald, a lobotomy is never the answer. People who have undergone tranquility beg for death. If they are awakened from it, it's way more humane to just kill them than this.
Liberal cowards, it has all the usefulness of mages. Without the risk, there's nothing wrong with it.
All right, we are changing the subject. Viewers, this is Owain, a tranquil mage, and really the only tranquil mage we can talk to in Origins. Unlike most tranquil, he actually volunteered for the rite because he was afraid of dying during the harrowing.
Damn, that was a terrible call. Anyways, we will see more Tranquil in Dragon Age 2. When we get to that game, they are all over the place in Kirkwall.
He's also talking about some litany. I know Niall has it, but why the hell is it important, Barack?
Wait, did Win just ask if blood magic is at work when there's fucking demons everywhere in the tower?
Yeah, that line is probably an error or just for the player's benefit. There's no way Win wouldn't realize blood magic was at work here. Either way, the litany was invented by a pious mage that lived in Tevinter. The mage was able to repel all forms of blood magic and was even able to stop the summon of demons. After her attempted assassination by 3 Tevinter magisters, she relocated to the Ferelden Circle with the litany until she died.
Thank you, Big Yapper Obama.
Well, the litany will be really useful to us shortly, so I thought I would let the viewers know.
Joe, talk to Morrigan, it's important.
Donald, it's my episode. You can talk to your midwaifu on your own time.
Joe, this is actually important. Morrigan's quest only starts after you enter the tower, and you have to talk to her to start it. Since we are on the 2nd floor already, we might as well grab it.
Fine, don't bite my head off or nothing.
Of course, we will get it for you, my love. I'm sure you can think of a mutually beneficial reward for us, too.
No, she won't. We are saving ourselves for Liliana.
Joe Morrigan is a much better choice for the Warden narratively. I don't know why you keep pushing this.
Both of you have to decide soon because we are going to reach the point soon where things get complicated.
If this was Baldur's Gate 3, this wouldn't be a problem. It's like the 60s in that game. Everyone just bangs everyone.
The 60s to be in my teenage years again.
Holy shit, I forgot how old you two fossils are.
You're getting old too, Barry. Don't act like you aren't getting that beer gut.
It's been a harsh winter, leave me be.
It's okay, Obama. We're just checking to see if our boys are still looking good. Anyways, I will take care of Morrigan's quest when it's my episode, but for now, Joe, make sure to grab the grimoire in Irving's desk at the end of this level.
Good shit, boys.
Is there a significance to the tree on the grimoire, Barack?
I don't think so. It may have been a slight hint at Flemeth's elvish connections, though.
The grimoire is leather-bound and adorned with the symbol of a leafless tree, should you come across it. If not...
Good points. I think they were hinting at something there. Anyways, enough about the book. Donald will take care of this in his episode.
Anyways, let's take care of these blood mages here.
Yes, looks like the cartoon villains are having a damn Legion of Doom meeting. How original.
Well timed to crash their party, watch me cook.
Finally, some real mage blood being spilled today. Holy shit, though these mages are easy mode compared to the ones in the hideout. You got so lucky, Joe.
Well, to be fair, these are mages on their own, rather than mages with a whole mercenary army behind them.
I saw people mentioning that we should have done the hideout later in our run, too, whereas this quest is designed with the idea it should be tackled first.
This chick is really begging for mercy after attacking us.
Yeah, this is one of my least liked tropes in gaming. This girl was willing to attack and kill us on sight. But now that she figured out we are stronger than her, she wants mercy. I don't know why anyone would spare her. She's clearly evil.
Bruh, she thinks bringing Loghain into this will help her.
The even bigger hole in her plan is how she plans on escaping. There's no windows, or anything in this tower. The only way to escape is through the great big doors that are sealed by the Templars. I suppose she could try to blend in with the other survivors, but that would be a stretch.
Either way, I agree with Wind here, and I know if the roles were heated and reversed, she would kill me, no hesitation. Let's make this quick die with some dignity.
Don't quote your fake religion, make her bleed, Joe.
Someone better check on bro, but go ahead and loot all around this room. Joe, there's a supply cache, a band scroll for the chantry board, and another apprentice note.
Why are we collecting these notes again, Barry?
It's a easy side quests, Joe, that we can finish at the end of the circle quest. This one is for Watch Guard of the Reaching, where we will do a small ritual on the 3rd floor to fight a demon for some good loot. The other is up ahead in the Mage's quarters and will trigger a random encounter with a scam artist for money and a unique cowl. Both are nice and easy and offer combat that Donald will probably take care of when it's his turn.
Damn, maybe I underestimated you, Joe. You cut that mage coward down in cold blood.
Only when it's absolutely deserved, Donald. In this case, she was just as responsible for this attack as the other blood mages, and she attacked us unprovoked. If she surrendered off the bat, I probably would have let her go.
Nah, I prefer they fight back. It makes it more satisfying.
What's the payoff to all these side quests?
I hope it's a hidden Morrigan twerking session.
No, but it is a fat stack and a few top-tier items.
What's in this closet over here?
Just your local drug dealer.
Oh shit, does he have some MOM running low?
What the fuck is M.O. Joe?
I'm surprised you don't know what MO is, Barry.
Ooh, shit, good one, Sleepy.
Pause what?
What I'm just surprised you don't know MO.
Joe, no one knows what the fuck you're saying. So, I'm gonna move on. This is Godwin, and he is going to help us get our money up down the line when we reach the Orzammar slums.
Yeah, probably the best money hack in Origins. We will be sure to cover it later, but this mage here is responsible for supplying that good blue dust to Templars so they can do their holy smites. So he gets spared from the imminent cleansing for literally being a method to get over 100 gold.
That will be huge to get the Life Giver ring on our warden. After that, we will be unstoppable with the huge con buff.
It's also important to get a nest egg going for Awakening. Not only do certain quests benefit from having a lot of gold, but all the decent items cost 80 to 100 gold to purchase.
Damn, we really have to think about Awakening soon already.
You would be surprised, Donald. Honestly, I have a feeling this run will go by faster than we realize, especially once our team is fully built and we just stomp.
Good shit, boys. And while Joe fights this mini boss here, do we have a comment question prepped, Joe? I remember you telling me you had one prepped that was going to spark controversy among our viewers.
Oh, you bet I do, Barry. So viewers, since this is the main mission that deals with mages and Templars, I think it's time we settle a nearly 2-decade debate in the Dragon Age community. What are your opinions on the Circle overall? And most importantly, do you side with mages or do you side with the Templars? Personally, I think the Circle should be abolished. Mages are people like everyone else and they deserve the same rights as everyone else. No matter what you may think about the Circle, there's no doubt, as is the consistent theme of the Circle, is that it doesn't work. Sure, mages need to still learn and be educated about responsible magic use, and Templars should still exist when a mage becomes a blood mage or demons are summoned, but that doesn't mean we need to rip them from their families and lock them up for being who they are. I can't wait to see how Liliana's College of Enchanters functions in Thetis when we reach Dreadwolf.
Very good points, Joe. I am more or less with you, but I still see the necessity of the Circle to a degree based on what we see in Redcliffe. It seems that a small amount of magical knowledge can still cause great harm. So while it may be cruel, I think it is necessary to take kids to the Circle growing up so they can learn the fundamentals. Though I think they should stay in contact with their parents, not lose all contact forever. I also think the harrowing while dangerous is a good test to prove a mage can be trusted. Once they pass the harrowing, they should be considered, graduated and allowed to come and go as they please. They could take on a senior enchanter role, or serve as a court mage, or even just have a regular job, like farming or soldier. As long as they don't break any laws like summoning demons or mind control, they should be allowed to live their lives freely. Templars shouldn't be governing the circle and acting as prison guards, but simply soldiers of the chantry that step in when a mage breaks the law or becomes the abomination. As the Stanford prison experiment showed, having people in such a high position of authority over a group only creates abuse and inhumane treatment, which in turn causes mages to feel like they need to rebel against their captures. What about you, Donald?
Kill mages, behead mages, roundhouse kick mages into the concrete, slam dunk a mage baby into the trash can, crucify filthy mages, defecate into mages' food, launch mages into the sun, stir-fry mages in a woke, toss mages into active volcanoes, urinate into mages' gas tank, judo throw mages into a wood chipper, twist mages' heads off, report mages to the IRS.
Jesus Christ, we get it, Donald. How about you just explain why you side with the Templars?
It's simple, boys. Mages have caused nothing but trouble in the history of Dragon Age. They created Darkspawn. They bring demons into this beautiful country who kill innocent citizens and don't pay taxes.
Donald, you don't pay taxes.
They are the singular greatest danger in this setting because you never know when one might snap. A single mage can topple a city if they go off the deep end enough. Mages are often given propaganda that they are only victims, but at the end of the day, a mage's poor choice is far deadlier than a normal person's. It's also important to note the game is very biased towards mages than Templars. How many companions are mages in the 3 games vs Templars? The only Templar companion is really Cullen, as Alistair was never a Templar, only received the training. The game leans very hard on humanizing mages and dehumanizing hard-working Templars, so he'll be a man of the people on this one.
Donald, mages are people too.
Name one good thing mages have done for society.
The litany of Adrala in this very mission that repels demons and possessions.
Name 5 more.
Grey Wardens, Illuvians, Arcane Warriors, Morrigan, Desire Demons.
Name 20 more.
Donald, I'm not doing this all day.
Anyway, viewers, let us know your opinion. We know this is one of the most heated debates in the franchise, so we plan to see many cultured takes in the comments, and we will feature our favorite comment in the next episode.
Speaking of, we have our favorite comment from last episode by Rebel Nuts, someone who our editor recognizes as a OG commenter since the first episode. He says his favorite DLC is Awakening, which is a top contender in all our minds since he has a point with the amount of lore given with the Architect, as well as the Dalish, dwarves, and humans. I also appreciate his analysis on the flaws of Trespasser and the Citadel DLC. You made some good points, and I can't wait to see your points on today's comment question. Remember, viewers, we will always feature one comment to shout out in each episode responding to the comment question, and we will do our best to rotate who we feature too, so you always have a good chance at getting featured unless you disclaim you don't want to feature.
Well, we had a very cultured yap session, boys, but I think we should get back to the gameplay. Now there's a puzzle up ahead for that Watchguard quest, right, Barry? You'll need your divine autistic knowledge of Dragon Age to come in clutch here.
I don't know why everyone thinks I'm autistic. I just enjoy talking about Dragon Age and try to wiggle lore knowledge into every single conversation and have a man cave filled with fantasy decorations. But whatever. No worries, Joe. I got you.
Ever thought of being tested, Barack? Just saying you are among friends here.
Eat a dick, Donald. Anyways, Joe, the notes we have been picking up give the answers. That's why we had to pick up that last page before we could interact with the statues. But the order is the bull, then the sword up, the sword down. Then in the final room, up ahead the shield. Then we go back to the room we met Wynn in, but he'll finish that after we finish the circle quest.
Good shit, Barry. Thanks for looking out. That puzzle answer isn't even obvious. You have to read the whole damn story to get the answers.
Damn, Joe, I bet you failed hard during reading time in school if you're that averse to it.
Says the guy who last episode said, I'm not doing all that boring shit with tactics and properly equipping my potions.
I'm not afraid of throwing stones in a glass house since I always stay strapped with a gun, Joe, and he who throws stones in glass houses with a fucking gun can basically do whatever he wants.
Good reference, Donald.
Thanks.
Holy shit, I walked into a damn simp convention. How did the entire Ferelden Templar Order get possessed by one OnlyFans demon?
I mean, she just got it like that, Joe. I thought we established this.
I'm getting more cold spam karma too, boys.
Unfortunately, Joe, this isn't the only time you'll have to deal with this in the tower.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it, Joe. Just focus up on the fight. Our little guy is in danger here.
Will Morrigan and Wynn are keeping him alive, so it doesn't matter. I swear this guy is just never punished.
All according to plan, boys. Also wait the Desire Demon that spams Cone of Cold drops an amulet after you fight her that gives cold resistance. That's such a troll move.
Yeah, she always drops that amulet, so it sounds like the game designers were having a bit of fun here. Can't blame them. Anyways, Joe, go ahead and grab both the torn pages in this room and one in the last room so we can pick up the 5 pages quest. It's easy XP and loot that Donald can pick up next episode.
I got it, Barry. I appreciate the tip, but I actually remember most of this.
All right, good job, Big Dog. I know you boys may have your own opinions, but I appreciate this segment of the circle giving us plenty of side content to explore. In just the last 10 minutes, we have worked on 4 different side quests and still have a 5th to do on the floor above. And we even skipped the Summoning Sciences quest. There's something to be said about the amount of content here.
Fair, but it's mostly just busy work like in the Wilds section.
It's still good money, though. I feel like it's a matter of personal preference in RPGs whether you prefer fewer side quests, but all of them being in depth and multi-dimensional, or you just want a good amount that you can pick and choose what you like.
It's kind of suspicious, Joe. You're always so damn coherent when it's time for your episode. Sounds like a damn plot hole to me.
Wait, what do you mean by that, Donald? Also, holy shit, is that a boss?
Yes, the most dreaded boss in the series Abomination number 6406.
He is not wrong, Joe. This is probably the most underwhelming boss in this game. It's a regular abomination with boss health, and its only gimmick is it can create shades from the captured Tranquil. Saving the Tranquil doesn't give any bonuses either, so it's just a personal achievement to save them by bursting the demon down quickly enough. I'm not even sure why they made this a boss, since there is 2 better bosses further into this quest.
Yeah, I can already see why I don't remember this. The boss health startled me, but this guy is easier than the damn covetous demon from Dark Souls.
Wait, since when the hell have you played Dark Souls, Sleepy? Wouldn't your wrist shatter when you try to parry?
Barry made me play the series so I could understand the lore articles he would send me. 2 is the best of the 3, that's all I will say.
Unsurprising. What exactly is your obsession with the low-tier second games of RPGs?
You just don't have proper taste, Donald.
And just like that, the boss is dead.
Well, at least they had a fat stack and a gift for Alistair on them. Makes them not completely useless.
You know, that's a good point. Alistair's gifts are more odd than everyone else. He likes statues and runes. How are you supposed to figure that out?
I always took it as Alistair has a childlike mind more than others, so he likes shiny things and figures.
I guess it's still lame, though.
You want to talk about lame? We should talk about how underwhelming that fight was. The damn Desire Demon was harder than that, and then these Tranquil don't even give us a reward for saving them.
To be fair, even if they could feel gratitude, which they can't, I doubt Tranquil are given personal belongings to reward us.
Nah, screw that these nerds should give us their lunch money.
Wait a minute. I just realized something with that. What do the mages eat? They can't leave the tower, and they're in the middle of the water. There's no farm or livestock in the tower, so they must ferry food across somehow, and that probably means the chantry funds that it must be a damn nightmare to ferry food to that tower every 2 weeks.
I mean, if they had livestock in the tower, I'm sure it would smell absolutely terrible.
Magical crops could be a thing, though.
Time for supper, pet.
What we got going on over here?
Bro got too engrossed in the new Apple Vision Pro porn.
So now we have a bit of a moral choice. This man is charmed and believes the demon is his wife and kids. We can't free him any other way besides killing the demon and her. We could let them go, and they will teleport away from here. After we talk to them, it's ultimately right just to kill the demon and the man. However, since eventually the demon will move on to a different host if we just let them go. Interestingly, Sten is the only companion that will suggest leaving the Templar to his fate, since he believes we shouldn't save the man unless he chooses to be saved.
Damn, that's pretty cold. Unfortunately, that doesn't really make any sense, since the man is incapable of making a choice for himself on account of being controlled by the demon. This might have been more of a difficult choice if the demon offered us a little something.
Donald Gross.
What I meant, like money or a skill point, what you got going on in your head there, you sick freak.
God damn it, I don't want to hear that after what y'all said last episode. Can't believe I fell for the bait there.
The first time I encountered this, I let them go since I actually believed all she wanted to do was see the world through his eyes. I didn't realize she was just using him for substance, and that once she was done with him, she would move on to someone else. So yeah, no, while I respect the game of getting that desired demonacy, it's time to end this.
This is unholy.
If you had listened to my lore dump while you played your first playthrough, it would have gone better, and Zevran wouldn't have betrayed you either.
Damn, Joe, what an incredible fumble.
Shut up, I didn't trust Zevran my first time playing. I thought he was trying to seduce me so he could kill me, and I was half right, it turns out. Plus, Barry, your lore dump was over 3 hours long, and you were in office at the time. Nobody had time for that.
Besides, Donald, I'm sure you had a few slip-ups in your first playthrough, too.
Not at all. I restarted the anvil to keep Bellin and Power killed and locked up every mage and the elves and drank the dragon blood smoothie.
Jesus Christ, Donald. You really did the Dark Urge playthrough of Dragon Age? What the hell is wrong with you?
Don't hate me because I'm a total badass, Barack.
Time for our third Desire Demon fight. I wonder if she will use Winter's Grasp or Cone of Cold, since those are the only 2 spells she knows.
Well, in general Desire, demons only have 4 spells, and they tend to focus on the cold spells more. Interestingly, Desire demons have a unique ability that is unlike any other ability in this game. Curse Dance lowers the resistances of women that it affects. And for men, it's actually a lot more deadly. They take sprit damage, become unable to regenerate health, and it causes them to fall asleep. I believe it's the only spell that differs with gender, which is likely a reference to the succubus, like nature of desire demons.
Is that why I feel all tingly when a Desire Demon pops up?
No, that's your default setting, Joe.
This fight makes me want to have more AoE spells in our arsenal like Chain Lightning and the Storm spells, because the amount of undead gang banging us is too high.
True Chain Lightning is one of the most deadly spells in this game because it ignores the friendly fire risks that other spells like Cone of Cold have that can wipe your party as hard as it wipes enemies.
Damn, this demon fight feels like a Congress hearing with all the damn undead everywhere. Also, Joe, you're getting clapped up again by the cold spells.
Joe, for the love of God, heal our warden. The whole team is one-shottable without him.
And he's already down. This is cooked.
It was a strategic sacrifice. Trust me, I really wasn't expecting the fully nude demon to tank just as well as our heavily armored thick dwarf. Also, I just want to point out again that this demon is tankier than the damn boss we just fought.
Skill issue, I just want to point out that if we had selected Templar, we could have ignored all the harmful spells with Cleanse. Score 1 for future sight trump.
My friend's dying just gives me the power to focus up and unleash my limit breaker, boys.
The fuck are you on about? You are not Goku Morrigan, and your warden getting decapitated isn't saving you.
Don't worry about it, Donald, my boy. I am cooking right now.
Goddamn wind is getting torn apart, Joe, for the love of God. You have a revive, get our warden up to finish this.
Oh shit, I forgot about revive.
Don't you main mages, what the hell is wrong with you?
Well, on the plus side, she drops some really good loot once we kill her. She has a silver bar, which we can give to Zevran after we recruit him. We can also find a note in the room that his behavior in the Templars was not appropriate, and he was being censured for possible reassignment, or straight up possibly being fired by the Templars entirely.
The simps down only have the OnlyFans girl left. Our little guy has this.
Bro is a sorry excuse for a Templar. These guys need way better training. I would shape them up right and teach them how to be mage hunting holy badasses.
Donald, the most you could do for them is teach them to cheat on their wives and not file taxes.
Hey, a true paladin main keeps his options open and would never pay taxes to any authority that wasn't his divine patron.
You said the same thing in Dungeons & Dragons when you killed that barkeep.
Yeah, you give George heart palpitations with your murder hobo rage.
You're just jealous I am a better role player than both of you.
Not even in your cope-induced fever dreams after snorting McDonald's fries are you a better role player than me.
Cap.
Thank God that fight is over. That may have been one of our longest fights so far.
Let's see what's behind door number 2.
God damn it, is every Templar in this tower possessed? How are the Templars supposed to be an army option when every single one is a $30 tier sub to the Desire Demons?
That fireball did more damage to her own troops than us.
Well, to be fair, Gregor said he was waiting for reinforcements from Denerim, as well as the rite of conscription from the Grand Cleric in Denerim. So I think the Templars that fight for you in the final battle are mostly from Denerim, not the tower itself.
Whoever fights for us, these Templars should be ashamed of themselves for all falling to the demons. They should be divine avengers, not a demon simp. As a Templar and Paladin main, I shake my head in shame.
You call yourself a Templar main, but given how you react to Morrigan, you're not that much better than the simps here.
Joe, you don't get to say that after you literally barked for an hour after meeting Liliana. Barack can clown me since he hasn't had a volatile reaction yet, since we haven't met Tegan, but you need to stay in your lane, Sleepy.
Fine, let's concede that we could both be folded by the desired demon and call it a day.
Deal.
The hell is wrong with the both of you?
Hey Joe, we're about to run into that infamous moment. Did you get my text earlier?
No, I never have my phone on. I have Kamala screen all my calls. And tell me if there is a important president communication.
God damn it, you're so unreliable. Please tell me you downloaded that essential mod at least.
I thought we weren't doing that. What the hell do you mean?
Oh shit.
What the hell are you planning, Donald?
It's too late now. Looks like we are locked in.
Resist. You must resist.
What's this guy talking about, and why do you feel so weird?
Is it not totally ironic that it's Joe that got us trapped in the dream world?
Better suit up, boys. I'm sure it will take mine and Joe's episode to get out of here. Might as well enjoy it. Anyways, go talk to Duncan Joe.
Joe?
No way.
God damn it, the sloth demon actually affected Joe through the damn screen.
Not to worry, I got this. Donald, hand me those headphones inside the desk.
What, Liliana? I'm here, my dear.
How the hell did you do that?
I simply blasted Liliana's song in his ear. Works every time.
Oh shit, am I playing right now? Oh, there's Duncan. Guess I got to complete Ostagar, my bad boys.
Joe, can you elaborate, please?
Well, Duncan is right in front of me, and he only appears in Ostagar, so that must be where we left off last episode, right, Barry?
Joe the demon cannot be seriously working this hard on you.
What demon? There's no demons till we reach the circle later. We are in Ostagar right now.
I'm not sure if I should be laughing or concerned right now.
Wait, the Darkspawn are gone? Did I get some kind of secret ending or something, Barry?
Holy shit, Joe, go one episode without having a dementia attack challenge impossible.
Hey, Joe, what's your favorite origin in this game?
Circle Mage, why?
And what does the circle look like in this game?
It's a big tower. Are you feeling all right, Barry?
And when was the last time you saw the tower?
It was, oh shit, this is the Fade. None of this is real. Damn, this demon is crafty.
Well, at least he didn't have to be medicated this time, Joe. Are you feeling all right enough to finish the fight here?
Yeah, I got this. I'm not going to let some Suez imposter take me down. I am feeling very tired looking at this weird Fade tint, though.
I can at least agree on that, Joe. This goddamn Fade tint is terrible, plus it makes all the enemies look shittier, too. Anyways, viewers, get used to looking at it since we are going to be here a while since Joe didn't download the Skip Fade mod like I told him to.
Y'all were really about to cheat like that. I admit the Fade is annoying, and the tint is an eyesore. But this is still worth playing through for the buffs and the companion interactions.
Hey, I didn't cheat. I followed the rules.
Shut up, Joe. You didn't cheat because you forgot. And Barack, I know you like to deliver hot takes and do tricks on BioWare's slong, but defending the Fade sequence is not it. Everyone hates this segment.
Look, I'm not saying it doesn't have its problems. I'm just saying it's worth doing. I guess I'll guide us through this next episode.
Thank God the dude who optimizes everything is doing the Fade. If I had to do it, I would throw my laptop through the White House windows the second they told me to turn into a mouse the 5th time.
Yeah, Barry, please take care of this segment. I'm starting to play with one eye open here.
No problem, I got you, buddy. At least these fights are a good sign of what to expect. The fights here aren't going to be a challenge, but there will be a lot of them.
I have no doubt you will be singing a different tune by the end, Obama. Also, God, that map with all those dungeons fills me with despair.
Don't worry, Donald. I am sure that big speedrunner Barry has this.
Congratulations on getting out of that trap.
Well, here we have Niall, who will give us a rundown of how the Fade section works. He's pretty deep in a depressive episode right now, but he can still explain to us that each Fade Island has a demon that works under the Sloth demon that put us here. Once we defeat them all, we can reach Sloth to potentially get free. There's also Dreamers here. That can give us transformations. if we find them, so there's a lot to cover. But Joe's struggling, so I will carry us through there next time.
For once, I'm not going to clown you for passing the torch, Joe. This segment is straight repetitive cheeks.
Litany was our weapon against the blood mages.
Well, on that wholesome note, I think I will call it here. Viewers, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment what you think about the Mage versus Templar debate and your thoughts on the circle overall. Your comments will give us strength to get through the difficult road ahead of us, and we will feature our favorite comment next episode, just like we did for this episode. We normally wouldn't ask for likes and subscriptions since we know you all hear that from everyone else, but just a comment down below would mean a lot since, as we mentioned earlier, 11 Labs has taken down my beautiful voice as well as Donald's, so our editor really had to scramble halfway through to find and purchase a new software to get this out to you on time. And with that last yap session, we will call it here. All of you stay safe and tune into the next one where Barry gets through one of the longest solo slogs in this game. Peace out, and may the Maker guide your hand.